Good morning, everyone. I hope you're having a good Sunday. I thought it'd be really fun to compilate a hacks video to see how they work. I recently watched a video from the YouTuber That Girl Shay, and it made me laugh because she tried I think 4 or 5 different TikTok viral hacks, and majority of them worked really well for her. And so I took a couple that she tried and then a couple that I just found separately, and I just thought, I'll just put them all together, see how they work. It'll be fun, it'll be silly. So let's see if these hacks really work. So the first hack, it seemed a little crazy when I first watched her do it, and then I saw the end result and I was like, wow, that does look really good. So it's a reverse nose contour. You're supposed to take a cream contour or bronzer and a concealer, and what you do is you take the bronzer contour and you put it all over your nose, like everywhere, and then you take the concealer and you just put it strategically where you want the lightness to be, and then you blend it out, and it's supposed to give you a very slimming effect to your nose without looking like just 2 lines. So let's try it. Okay, so kind of did like this. I have a very itchy nose this morning. My eyes are watery, my nose is running. I sound a little congested. So we shall see how this goes. Okay, so we've got it everywhere. Looking good. Never looked better. Okay, I think she took her sponge and she just blended it out a little bit. Okay. And then concealer. So right down the middle, and then along the sides. I don't know if this looks good. It just looks like I have brown nose syndrome. I mean, I think maybe with a full face it'll come together, but I don't know, it looked really great on Shay. And on the girl in the original video. It gets really dark right here. Okay, well, I'm not gonna fuss anymore. I think you get the point. Okay, I mean, it's alright. Okay, moving on. Next is a change your whole routine hack. Is that a hack? Okay, so first you're supposed to moisturize your skin. Then you dust your skin with translucent powder. You apply setting spray and you let it set. You apply primer and then your foundation. I don't know. I feel like I tried this method years ago when Too Faced had a product. It was a pressed setting powder, but on the directions it said that you could use it before foundation to stop oil, and that's I think when I was much more oily, and I looked awful, horrendous. So I'm having flashbacks to that. Let's just see what happens. Okay, so moisturizer first. I'm going in with my First Aid Beauty moisturizer. I'm just going to take pumps worth like this. I'm going to try to avoid the nose area so we can see how that ends up looking later. Although, I probably should have done the nose with this method so that we could see how that worked, but oh well. Okay, got our moisturizer on, feels good. Okay, translucent powder lightly dusted all over. So I have my Laura Mercier. I think in the video that's what she uses too, so hopefully Great. Okay, I'm just gonna put some in the lid. Voila. I'm gonna take a fluffy brush. Sure, just taking a fluffy brush like this, gently getting in the cap, and let's go in. I know Jackie Ina has been doing the powder method before foundation for years. Like, she's totally been doing that forever. And I think just in like the last year, it's kind of like coming out like a new concept. Like, no one's ever thought of it before. So I don't know. Okay, that's the powdered side. Here's the not powder. I mean, it's powder. It definitely takes down the shine. I think in the hack, the original person in this video basically said that this will just really make your foundation last all day. Like, if it's, you know, hot weather, or you're just wearing it for a really long period of time. So I guess we could see how that works. Okay, I've been powdered. Okay, next, setting spray. I'm just using my e.l.f. Coconut Dewy Setting Spray. You're just supposed to let it set. Feels really good. I woke up this morning and my skin, like my face, neck, and like chest skin was all really aggravated. Sometimes I think that happens when my cat sleeps next to my body at night, since I have an allergy. But it looks like it's getting better. Okay, so that is the setting spray on top. Alright, next, primer. Okay, so here's a little issue. I don't really have a fluid primer like the girl did in the video. The only primer I have in existence is the Tarte Smoothing Primer, and I worry this is just not gonna work the same. But I am tempted to try it just to see. What if I did half of my face with the primer and half the face without? So, yep, that's what we're doing. Okay, is this dry? A couple more seconds, I think. Do you guys like sparkling water? I just started trying these Pellegrino coffee flavor sparkling water. This is the vanilla version. This is literally the second to last in the pack, and I still can't decide if I like these or not. I've had one almost every day for like 2 weeks. It's okay. I would say it's not my favorite because it has like the claim of like gently caffeinated. I don't really love that. I want normal caffeinated or moderate to heavy. The gently part is kind of like, I need like 2 or something. Let's go in with the primer on my finger. I guess we'll do a right primer. I haven't worn this primer in a long time, actually. We'll see what happens. Oh, now that I'm seeing the contour and this lighting over here, it looks awful. I think that could be my fault though, if we're not blending the concealer in the right place. Uh-oh. I guess we're just gonna put primer here. Ooh, doesn't look good. Never mind. Abort. I used to only use this primer like around my nose, and I thought it was fine. I just felt guilty for having bought it thinking it would be amazing, and then it just was subpar. I mostly bought it because of Tati. Tati's raving review, like for years she loved this stuff, and I was like, man, I really gotta get that. So sure enough, I went and bought it. I ended up using it only a few times, but I still hold on to it thinking maybe one day. Let me know if you guys would be interested in a beauty product tour of my collection. It could be like makeup, it could also be like my nail polish, my skincare, my hair care. Or I mean, I could just break it up into like different categories. I don't have as much as I used to, so it's more plausible to get through it. Okay, so this side is primed. Honestly, it looks fine, except for right around the nose where the contour is. So next, the last step is your foundation. I'm going to just use my CC cream foundation. So that's what I've been using lately. Okay, fingers crossed. I guess I'll do this side first to see. I don't know if I should use a brush or sponge. The moisture might interfere. Brush. Okay, looks normal. I put on a little extra product just to see. Ooh. Certainly looks more thick than normal. That's really smooth, actually. I wonder if the powder helped to like fill in the little grooves. Okay. I've been having a really runny nose, so I'm not going to put any product, I think, on my upper lip. I think it's just going to come off anyway. Okay, so this is the side without the primer. I think that looks fine. I mean, the color looks a lot darker. It's kind of weird. Okay, other side. I feel like this side is getting crumbly. It's weird. I don't know. I mean, it certainly looks really smooth. I'll give it that. Obviously not under my runny nose. Okay, let me kind of just perfect the edges with my sponge. See if that does anything. It's weird that the side with no primer is significantly darker. I wonder. Don't mind my red nose. I don't know. I can tell you I don't love this side with the primer because there's like some missing areas. This side looks like you know, smooth all over. How about this? It's supposed to make your foundation last longer. How about I wear this throughout the day and then we come back later and then we can kind of see what happened. Because at this point I'm just kind of like, it looks the same. So, okay, I'm just gonna put on some concealer real quick. Okay, so next up in my hacks is a blush cream application using no tools, using just hands. And what they do is they take a liquid cream or a liquid blush, they put some right in this little area like that, and then they take their hands together and they blend it like that, and then they just kind of dab the blush like this. It's just supposed to be a little bit more symmetrical, I think, than if you're using your fingertips for both sides. What? I don't think I like that. I think for me, I normally like to just have my blush higher. I mean, that's what it looked like in her video. That's weird. It's okay. I probably won't do that one again. Okay, moving on. Okay, next is the eyeshadow stripe hack. It's basically you take your eyeshadows, you take maybe like 4 or 5 in, you know, in a palette or in a row, and you put them in stripe order on your eye, and then you just blend them out instead of, you know, carefully placing one and blending each one. Okay, so let's try that. I think I'll use kind of like a flat brush. In the video they use like an old-fashioned, like, what are those called? Eyeshadow applicators that are like cotton headed. I don't have any of those, so. Okay, first what I'm gonna do is like a light pink. And I already have eyeshadow primer on. Okay, I just got my nice stripe. Next color is gonna be like a little bit more of like a peachy pink. Okay, next I'm gonna go in with a little bit of like a peachy brown. And I'm taking more of like a true orange. And for the last one, I think I'm gonna do like a little bit of like a red. I mean, that looks kind of cool too. Okay. So now that we've got those placed, the video just showed like one brush, just kind of sweeping them together. Okay, so while I was waiting for my phone to cool down, I tried blending it out, and honestly, this looks like trash. I really don't like the way this looks at all. I'm gonna have to pass on that one in the future. I only have one hack left, so let's try it. You're supposed to get a flawless lip application by doing this. You take a Q-tip, you put it in between your lips, and then you do your lips. So, seems easy, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, I mean, I guess I can see this one being a success because I got my lips even. Since my lips are like very like one high, one low, they're very like asymmetrical. It helps, but it didn't really make it amazingly different. I don't know. Right now I really feel like I'm a GD mess. I have to admit, the side of my face with the primer in it and the side without, this side looks like smooth AF, like really smooth. I'm tempted to not wear this all day because it just feels like crap on my face. How about this? I just wear it for a few hours and I see if it prolongs any better. So, okay, I will jump to the next scene right now. I'm back. Okay, it's been almost 5 hours since I first applied my makeup. Let's take a look, shall we? Okay, so I think, oh, let me turn the lights down maybe. That'll help make it easier to see. Maybe not. Okay, so my final thoughts on the hacks. I don't love this side that I used the reverse steps, including the primer. This side is okay, but for the last 5 hours, I've been feeling the urge just to scratch my face all over. I don't love that. My eyeshadow, as you can see, is still a stripey mess. My nose contour is still there. It's not amazing. And then I think I ate off my lip liner. So I think as a whole, these hacks just are not for me. I just think I have developed ways that work for me, and although these were really fun to try and looked kind of fun and cool in the moment, I can't imagine doing these every day or as replacements for my actual routines. I hope you enjoyed watching me try out these silly hacks for makeup application. I'd love to hear if you have a secret hack that you do that makes your life, you know, just so much easier, makes your makeup look amazing. I'm interested to know if you will try any of these techniques or if you're like me and you've already tried them and now you know better. Either way, I hope you have a good day today and I will see you soon. Bye.